Today is Tuesday, July 6th, 2021. This is Dirt Tracker Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Today we get you prepped for tonight's Summer Nationals and Super DIRTCar Series races, and we dive into the marked improvement of Carson Macedo with the World of Outlaws. Before we get going, if you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe to the show, leave a review, and hit those follow and notification buttons depending on where you consume this. Make sure to follow at DIRTRACKR on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And don't forget, DIRTRACKR.com has a bunch more cool dirt racing stuff. Now, let's get going. Week 4 for the Summer Nationals kicks off tonight at the Knox County Fair Raceway in Illinois. The series had Monday off before competitors take to Knox County for the first time ever. The half-mile track at the Knox County Fairgrounds is located in Knoxville, Illinois, which is about a 40-minute ride up I-74 from Peoria. The fair was canceled in 2020 due to the pandemic, so it will be interesting to see how tonight's racing is since the track hasn't hosted anything since 2019. Following tonight, the Hell Tour will head to Spoon River, Macon, Farmer City, Highland, and Hobstadt through Sunday. Bobby Pierce leads all drivers so far with 5 wins, while Brandon Shepard has 2, Brian Shirley has 2, and Devin Moran, Tanner English, and Shannon Babb all have 1 apiece. Pierce is the current points leader by 35 over Tanner English. Shirley, Ashton Winger, and Jason Fager complete the top 5 with the late models. There have been 128 cars so far that have attempted a Summer Nationals race in 2021. On the modified side, Nick Hoffman has won 9 of 10 races, with Kenny Wallace the other winner. Hoffman currently leads Kyle Hamer in the standings by 293 points. Tommy Shepard Jr., Tyler Nicely, and John DeMoss round out the top 5. Tonight's modified race has been bumped to $2,000 to win, while the late model show is $5,000 to win. If you can't head to the track tonight, Dirt Vision has live streaming coverage. Also tonight on Dirt Vision, the Super DIRTcar Series heads to Ransomville Speedway for the $7,500 to win at Ransomville Summer Nationals. It's been a rough few weeks for the big block competitors, with races in Canada canceled or postponed and several nights lost to weather. There hasn't been a completed race since Mr. Dirt Track at Lebanon Valley back on May 31st. Matt Shepard was the winner that night. Stuart Friesen leads the series standings on the strength of 3 wins and 5 top 5s in 6 starts. Shepard and Matt Williamson trail him, and they both have 1 win each. Tim Fuller is the only other driver with an official win this season, while Mike Maresca and Max McLaughlin picked up wins at DIRTcar Nationals, but those events don't count towards the season-long standings. The Super DIRTcar Series hasn't raced at Ransomville since 2018, with stops in 2019 and 2020 both canceled, one for rain, the other for COVID. Stuart Friesen is the most recent winner, topping Matt Williamson at Brett Hearn a few seasons ago. Tonight's race kicks off a string of Tuesday shows for the series, with Albany, Saratoga on tap for next week and Canandaigua coming on July 20th. Let's hope we can get some good luck rolling and get some of these races completed. With the 2 races over the weekend for the World of Outlaws at Cedar Lake, we've now got 40 races in the books this season. I talked yesterday on the show about Brad Sweet's sweep of the 2 nights and his incredible ability this season to pass cars during features. I know there's still a ton of racing to happen yet in 2021, but I feel like we are already headed for a 3rd straight Sweet championship. We'll continue to keep an eye on things, obviously, but I think Sweet's consistency is just too hard to overcome right now. He's going to be incredibly motivated over the next 5 or 6 weeks with some of these big money shows coming. Sweet and his chances are a topic for another day, though. When we start looking ahead to future seasons and who could be contenders, I'm really high on Carson Macedo. I've talked about Macedo some here and there on the show, and he's a past Conversations guest as well. Just on the eye test, he's incredibly talented behind the wheel, and his level of aggression is really high. I know that young drivers like Macedo rub some fans and some other drivers the wrong way at times with their choices on the track, but it's hard to deny that those aggressive moves often pay big dividends. Like most drivers, though, Macedo will mellow with age and experience, but you can't deny that he's exciting to watch. Beyond just what you see on track, though, Macedo's stats show a driver in his 3rd full-time Outlaw season who continues to make really big strides. From year 1 to year 2, Macedo's average finish improved by a full position from 9.76 to 8.72. He didn't win as often, but his consistency was much improved, going from a top 10 percentage of about 62% to nearly 78%. That type of improvement is what you'd hope from a driver on his 2nd run through the Outlaws schedule. But this season, he's taken an even bigger jump. Under the watchful eye of crew chief Philip Dietz, Macedo has blossomed this season into a legit title contender behind Sweet and David Gravel. We're somewhere near halfway through the season, and he's already bested several of his stats, including laps led with 130, wins with 5, and heat and dash wins. His average finish in 2021 is over 2 positions better than it was in 2020. He's qualifying nearly 3 spots higher and starting features nearly 5 spots better. Those are all dramatic improvements. Sweet is the only driver with more top 5 finishes this year, and Macedo only trails Sweet in top 10s by 2. Over the past 5 races, Sweet and Macedo have identical average finishes, currently sitting at 3.2. Those are both series bests. Macedo's had some missteps so far this year, including a few crashes and some rough finishes, but that's to be expected from a young, aggressive driver. Going forward, though, he'll be a threat everywhere the series goes, including at the Knoxville Nationals. The JJR 41 is no stranger to victory lane at Knoxville, with Gravel and Johnson both winning, and Macedo swept the Knoxville races a few weeks ago. He'll be on a short list of favorites to win the 60th edition of that event. In future seasons, if Macedo can keep making improvements, he could follow in the footsteps of his mentor Jason Myers and fellow Californian Sweet as drivers from the state to win Outlaw championships. Guys like Sweet and Gravel certainly aren't going anywhere, but Macedo has asserted himself this season in the conversation and will be one to watch going forward. Before we close out today, I had one quick observation from a race I watched. You know when you see a driver running second make a last lap, kind of last corner desperation move to try and win, but it normally fails? They usually try some big slide job attempt, or they run a line hoping for a miracle and that it sticks. That's exactly what DJ Neto did on Saturday night with the Sprint Car Challenge Tour at Stockton, and it worked. Colby Copeland led much of that feature and looked to be headed to victory on the final lap before Neto struck. Through 3 and 4 with Copeland running the bottom, Neto sent it on the high side, and it actually stuck. He got big momentum off the corner and easily beat Copeland back to the line for the win. He said after the race that he tried the higher line a few times to no avail before that, but on the final lap just drove it in as hard as he could, and it stuck. I'm sure that Copeland was just as surprised as the rest of us to see that 88N flash past him. If you'd like to watch that feature, you can find it on the schedule at Flow Racing. There are 4 shows on the streaming schedule for today. Dirt Vision has the Summer Nationals at Knox County Fair and the Super DIRTcar Series from Ransomville. There's also Flow 24/7 and IMCA action from Independence on Speed Sport. To see the full daily streaming schedule with links to watch, visit DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Tuesday. If you have thoughts about the topics on today's show, please leave them in the comments below or tweet at me. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.